a bet soon. Let's get going.
Nah, bro.
I'm falling asleep on the pod. All right, welcome to Blunder Bus Podcast. I'm here with my co-host,
Vic
Van
Van
Tran.
Tran. I got my Heineken.
Oh yeah, crack it.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Nice
it's
and
an official
crisp.
pod now. Let's go.
And who brought the Heineken?
We have friend, comedian, fashionista. Anything else you want us to tell the audience?
That's pretty much
Dad.
Dad.
Dad. Oh,
Dad,
yeah.
That's all of them.
The kids
Bay
will be
Area
listening.
native.
Yeah, I'm from Orange County, but
Oh, you're from OC?
I went to school in the Bay Area.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Podcaster,
podcaster, creator,
Texan?
Texan. I am a
don't know if you
Texan.
claim that. Yeah.
I am. Yeah, I am a
Wait,
Texan.
you spent some time in Texas?
I was born in Texas.
Oh,
and lived there until I was
yeah.
10.
Whoa.
That's where we're all from, brother. That's
yeah,
where we're
Yeah,
all.
I'm from Plano.
There are too many Texans on this pod.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
yeah, honestly, we have so many.
People think
It's a huge
Vietnamese
state.
people come
Yeah.
from Vietnam. Common misconceptions.
it's a
They're
huge
all
one.
from Texas.
They're all from and
Yeah.
Koreans are from New Jersey. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's people.
okay.
Yeah, they went to they went to Korea,
Yeah.
and then there was a big kerfuffle because of that.
yeah.
Oh.
So it's just stayed in
Interesting.
Jersey. We're chill.
Huh.
Well, don't they have like isn't one of their representatives a Korean guy now?
Yes, it is now.
Chris
Yeah,
Christie.
Yeah,
see,
I forgot.
there you go.
Damn,
Yeah.
really took over.
I know, right?
Nice.
Mm.
He'll be the supreme leader of Jersey in
Jersey.
no time.
He needs to wear like thicker and thicker suits and like higher like turtlenecks until
Yeah.
he becomes supreme leader.
yeah.
What
yeah.
is he like? What kind of representative?
He's a
Like-
senator.
Oh, he's a senator?
Mhm.
Yeah,
he replaced
that's
that
right.
other
True.
senator that was going to prison for corruption.
Wow.
Yeah, although he might get pardoned, that other guy. So we'll see.
Oh,
Damn.
shit.
Do you keep
Yeah.
up with politics? Sounds
I
like you
do a little bit local.
Okay.
I thought about running.
What?
No way.
For
Wait. This
city
is Mike
council.
Nguyen, everybody,
Oh,
by
hi,
the
Mike
way.
Nguyen.
This is
Yeah,
Mike.
And I'm announcing
We were like,
my
yeah, we're hopping
Yeah.
into the pod.
I'm announcing my
realize.
my
Wait,
candidacy.
you thought about running for
I thought
office?
about it because I was like, this place is so horrible, New York City.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I can't be one of those people who just keeps complaining about it. I want to do something, even if it's like a tiny bit, if I know how to make it a tiny bit better.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I have people who listen to me. I bet you, I mean, like, do you know who all your councilmen are?
No.
No.
You've never
No.
heard any of your councilmen.
Mhm.
Never.
Right.
How many people could pick them out of the street? Zero.
Zero.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
at least me in New York, I'm probably like 100 people know who I am.
Sure.
Sure.
And if they lived in my district, 10 of them, I'm already ahead.
And after this pod, it'll be 115.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Boom.
Let's go.
Yeah, but the only thing is that the guy in my district he just got elected this last cycle, and it happens to be he's the one young cool guy on the city council. He's like this young
wow.
cool dude.
Right.
He has like a cool vibe. People
Yeah.
like him, and he just got put in.
Do you
so.
like him?
Damn.
He's alright.
Uh,
You could do better.
I think he's
you
cool.
Personally. Yeah.
I think he's good. Yeah. I mean, I'm someone now who's like, let's just burn everything down.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
A little nihilistic.
yeah. So like,
Nice.
like
That's a good platform.
yeah. So yeah.
I'd vote for that.
Have
Yeah.
you ever
Middle,
thought
man.
about burning
Anarchy.
everything down? Yeah.
Well, it's
anarchy.
essentially drain the swamp.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
Which is why I'm a big Trump guy.
Yeah.
Viets,
Yeah.
right? Huh?
That's right.
That's right. We're drinking.
the
Are you drinking
Heineken?
Heinekens now?
yeah. I refrain. I'm a seltzer guy.
I got your
Yeah.
seltzer, buddy.
I know. It's good.
Good.
I feel out of place though.
One of those weak-bodied
I
ties.
know. Famously weak bodies. Those ties.
Why,
people
why do
Chinese.
Vietnamese people love Heineken?
I was thinking about. Have you been to Vietnam?
No.
Mm,
I've never
not
been to
colonialism.
Asia.
There's
Whoa.
something. Oh man,
You
you
gotta go back.
Yeah, I know.
Go back to your country. It's
Yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome in Vietnam. There's something that happened. I'm sure some colonialism happened
Yeah.
where there's not a lot of bars.
Uh,
It's not like Vietnamese people have a big
Where's this?
drinking culture, but Vietnamese people, we do have. In Vietnam, there was a fair number of beer halls,
Oh.
like German-style beer halls.
Is this from Germany?
Oh.
Like, is Heineken, a
Heineken,
German?
yeah, I think it's like a
Heineken's
German
German.
beer.
It's a German
Belgium?
beer?
Yeah,
Belgium.
and all the
nice.
beers you can get on the street
Uh.
where you're like sitting on, like on those little tiny stools, and
Yeah.
it costs you like 25 cents.
Right.
Those are
Yeah.
all like the lightest beers in the world. You'd have to drink like 7 of them to get a buzz, but they're
Right.
all
Do they-
that style.
Do they put ice in the
Ah.
beer? They do that in Thailand.
I have seen in America Vietnamese dudes putting ice in their beer.
Oh,
beer.
fascinating.
And you know what? Don't knock it till you tried it, because it is pretty good.
It does make sense.
It's like it's like, oh
Yeah.
no, come on. You know?
Everybody loves when you ice the glass.
Yeah.
Just put the ice in the glass.
Yeah.
We are diluting it.
It's
That's the
and
issue.
it's Heineken, guys.
Yeah,
What,
it's
oh,
already
no,
diluted.
Oh, the body is all messed up. That was awesome.
Right.
You cat.
Oh, the cat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
All
excited
good.
to be here. You do your thing.
No, we're good.
No.
The cats are very distracting.
Yeah.
I think on every episode they've done something that has distracted us.
Well,
they usually take a huge shit.
Yeah, they take a huge shit. It always smells.
Like
It
on the
smells
floor.
like it smells like our guest took a shit in the corner.
Right.
To be honest.
Which makes me wonder. Maybe sometimes they do.
Sometimes I do.
Maybe
Yeah.
they just take a shit. But no, yeah, the cats are like. They usually are afraid. I do actually. I gotta move this bag because these cats have gotten their necks stuck in like the handles,
Oh,
and
no.
they
They're like turtles.
freak the fuck out.
They're like sea turtles when they get the,
Yeah.
the soda rings around
Or
their neck.
the straw in the nose.
Yeah.
This is a nice place. This is a very, I will say, millennial type of place. You know, a
Mm.
lot of.
What makes you say that? That's a very interesting observation.
Okay, let me go through it. So,
Yeah.
kind of like these quasi Lego things that
Yeah.
are based on One Piece.
Yes.
The colorful mechanical keyboard thing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
The various art, which is like real. You know, it's about your culture, but it's
Mhm.
been hip hopized.
Sure.
Hip
Hip-hop eyes.
You know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's great. It's a beautiful apartment, by
Thanks. Yeah, I am a millennial, so that fits.
the way. Perfect.
I think Lauren, my girlfriend, she is on the cusp
Mm.
of millennial Gen Z.
Oh
so,
wow.
Yeah, I feel like there's like a
Oh,
little
bit of a groomer here.
Yeah, sorry. Someone's got to be. I mean, hey, if someone's got to date her, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want her to go through the world
I mean,
alone.
she was all by herself in middle school.
Right, I
and
saw that.
when I was there
She's
as a
really
teacher.
shy, and I
Yeah.
had to reach out. And I got her. She's good. She's safe.
Nice.
But yeah, so I feel like there's a lot of like not a lot, but a few Gen Z-esque. Like there's like a Snoopy there. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah. But yeah,
Nintendo
thank you.
64 controllers.
That's GameCube, but you know,
Oh.
sure.
Do you have a GameCube?
I do. I haven't played in forever.
Oh, that's awesome.
I have a GameCube
Also
here.
very millennial.
I'd love to see your. I feel like you have you have a good sense of design.
My wife has a good one,
Okay.
and I like kind of like I like mid-century
Yeah,
type of
sure.
stuff. But our stuff isn't like I mean
Which
now it's
which
all
fits your
destroyed.
style. I feel like.
I know,
Mm.
and I didn't think I would like it, but for a long time, and then I just
Yeah.
kept like collecting photos of the things I liked, and I was like, oh, I like mid-century stuff. I realized that's what it
Didn't
was.
realize, yeah.
Or
Oh.
like World War II Britain. That's the vibe I want.
Oh,
Whoa.
interesting.
You know, if you
like
ever-
a lot of like leather.
Yeah,
right?
like leather, a lot of like heavy wood desks.
yes, like
like-
dark tones.
Yeah, maps of various front
Oh,
lines on the
like
walls.
actual World War II.
Yeah, no, like
Yeah.
I have a folder of
like a metal
like
compass.
yeah, like I googled like what did the the planning department of of Britain look like? You know
Yeah.
the underground bunker that they have.
Yeah.
But that shit looks sick, dude. It's
yeah,
like
of course. Yeah,
it's super like mid-century modern, man.
That's an important distinction that you made. You're like,
That's
yeah,
so
I like
funny.
World War II aesthetic. British World
British.
War II
World War
aesthetic.
II.
A British.
In this day and
Yeah.
age, could mean anything.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
era has
could mean
been
anything.
coming back in many
Right.
different
Very
ways.
true.
as
Very
of
true.
late.
We'll be back there very soon. So
Right.
I wanted to familiarize
You
myself
gotta
with
make
the aesthetics.
distinctions. Right.
But yeah, now it's all just like Fisher Price toys, and
Oh,
you have two
yeah.
kids now, right?
I got 2 kids.
2 kids. You want
Yeah.
more?
I can't. I would have more if I could afford it.
Sure.
Yeah.
But also, we're really old, so like
Okay.
we're lucky that we got 2.
How old are you? You're not that old, are you?
45.
45.
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
One is almost 3, and my daughter is 6 months.
Oh,
Wow.
So we had them
old
pretty.
parents.
I know we're old. Although, like, yeah, we're
Well, that's why
old.
it took so long for him to do the podcast. He was having kids.
Yeah.
Seriously, no,
9
like,
months.
and thank you for letting me do this at this time. This is the
course.
only time I can do stuff
To hang out, yeah.
late night. Well, I record my own podcast at late
45.
at night too.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, late at night, and
How late?
like 10 o'clock.
Give it a plug, by the way.
What?
Asian Not Asian Pod,
Nice.
you know,
Big
you know it,
fan.
and then you, I rented a little studio space, and it sucks, man. I have to like drive out there. It's not like a bad neighborhood,
where is
but
it?
it's like, it's in Ridgewood.
Didn't you
What
do
the
that?
fuck?
Like,
I'm in Ridgewood.
yeah.
Ridgewood. It's
Yeah.
not far from your place.
Didn't you
Nice.
do it at Canal Street Market?
It was at Canal Street Market, but that place is closed now.
Yeah.
Wait, that whole thing is closed?
Yeah.
They demolished it.
They're
Yeah,
gone.
my
It's
my
gone.
cousins
What?
tried to go this weekend. They
Yeah.
were
When
visiting
this
the
is recent?
Maybe a
Yeah.
couple months ago. But I think it was
Whoa.
just like, it was hard. Retail didn't come back after the pandemic in the same way. So
Mm,
yeah, we're not there
right.
anymore. And now I just like I bop around. Like I'm like sometimes it's in my car, sometimes it's in my house.
You do the pod in your car?
Me in my car.
What?
Yeah, I just
Hell
like
yeah.
set up like my I have a DJI camera
what?
and my iPhone. I put it
Yeah.
up and then like me and Jenny sit next to each other.
Yeah,
and I
Jenny's
turn on
cool
the
with
car.
that. You guys just, I mean, that's a pretty intimate, chill space anyway. To do
What?
it in a car.
My
What?
car?
Yeah, to like do it in I think doing a podcast in a car is cool.
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
like super intimate. Like it's like good sound, like good acoustics.
It's really fun to do.
Yeah.
It's it's kind of a pain in the butt to set up, but just like anything else, it's a pain in
Right.
the butt to set up.
I love a good car talk. When
I
I was
know.
living in Texas, that was my favorite part of any date, was driving them to the place and then driving them back home.
Whoa.
Oh
'Cause
really?
It's just like, yeah, it's just a chill talk, you know?
There is something to it because
Interesting.
you're you're kind of like watching a movie, except you're
Yeah.
driving the movie.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
Are you
I-
driving while you're podding?
No, I wanted to do that, and I had
It's a
this
little
idea
tricky.
to do it where
Yeah.
I was like, I would pick up my guest and we would run an errand together.
Okay.
Ooh.
But then I was like, is that kind of too close to the, what's his name? Doing it.
Who cares? Just do it.
Yeah, but I haven't really figured it out. But
Yeah.
technologically speaking, I had all the gear and everything ready to do it, but
Whoa.
I just never did it. And like, I think, I don't know, I'll probably
You know-
get into an accident.
You know Mark Maron, right? He's
Yeah,
done.
of
He's
course.
done this a few times.
Oh, really?
Right.
When
Yeah.
he does it in the car?
He's done it a few times. Like he did it with Claire O'Kane. They were on the road together, and they're like, I have to
Oh.
record an episode. They just like you can hear it like starts raining, and you can hear the rain.
Yeah.
It's really
I-
cool.
He
I
did
would
it
do
with
it.
Obama.
Oh, he did it?
In the car?
Oh, he did. I would do it if
Jerry
I wasn't
Seinfeld in the
driving.
car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all the best stuff. Bang Bus is also.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
one.
all
That's
the
a
good
good
all those
car
things
one.
It is kind of a perfect studio. It's
And
a
Right.
it
full
is,
studio,
it's very
yeah.
muffled,
Right. That's
it's
so
very bumpy. I don't know.
Bumpy. Yeah.
So
It's exciting.
Yeah. So my place is cool, but this is nice.
Whoa. How's the pod going?
It's good. We just started. We're about to start season 3. So I think by this time this comes out.
Season 3.
Sorry, season 5.
Okay.
By the time this episode of this podcast comes out, I think
Yeah.
it will come out.
But you've been doing this pod for a long time.
So long.
How long are we talking? 'Cause I
Uh,
remember when I first moved here, I heard about it, and I was like, "Whoa."
yeah,
was like
2018, 17.
Okay, so
something
like a
that.
year or so after I moved here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe before that. I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, let's just say like 500 episodes or something.
That's
like that.
crazy.
The pod was a
Wow.
big reason why I moved to New York.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, because I used to
Whoa.
listen to the pod. I'm like, oh, there's Asian comedians out there. I'm not joking.
That's
No,
so
I
funny.
mean, I think of
Sort of like my lighthouse.
I think there is something where I think a lot of people who listen to every season I end it and I'm like, is this it? Is this going to end?
yeah.
And now I have 2 kids,
Right.
so it's like even harder. It's I will say very difficult to do the podcast. To do anything with 2
Yeah.
children.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I was like, should I keep going? And 2 things made me keep going. One is I did my taxes, and it turns out I made some money doing comedy. Not a lot,
Nice.
but some.
Yeah.
Ah.
So I was like, okay, I was in the green. Great.
right.
Because the worst thing would be to like be spending all this energy and I still owe money at the end. That would be horrible.
Yeah.
And then the second thing was this, fan will every so often a fan emails me,
Yeah.
somebody who listens to the show and go, hey, I'm blah blah blah. You never heard me. I'm listening from this person was from like Toronto, Canada
Cool.
or something. Hey, I listened to your show. If it means anything to you, this is like this is like how I connect to other people, Asian
Yeah.
shit, and blah blah
yeah,
blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this email gave us season 5.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I was like, all right,
Keeps
I'm gonna
us
keep it
going.
going. Yeah, and I like to think that a lot of people listen to me and Jenny and to Fumi back in the day and was like, oh, there's some cool shit in New York City,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
should go and see it. I think, I met you. I've met Leo
Oh yeah, Leo.
Yeah,
from
you know,
DC, yeah.
through that, and like people are always really nice to me about it, and it's like it's cool. I want other creative people to come to New York City and
Yeah.
say and like join in because
Right.
it is kind of fun.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Look at us now.
I know.
Well,
It's
your
crazy.
your podcast and your show has a direct impact on us. Like, I met Art at your show.
Oh,
at
really?
Unity Hall.
Yeah.
Oh,
that night.
is this
I
the
w-
blunder?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the blunder.
Do you not remember meeting him at your show?
I don't remember how
Okay.
that connect. That
Andrew-
I don't remember if that connection.
Andrew
worked.
Jin was also there.
I
I
met
do. I
Andrea
remember.
Jin.
I remember
yeah,
Andrew
yeah.
Jin. I remember
Yeah, yeah.
you
Mhm.
and Andrea. It was really funny. She wasn't famous yet.
No.
Yeah.
She literally. We were just like DMing, like, "Oh yeah, come to my show."
Yeah.
I hadn't like officially booked her.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have time on her the thing, and I was like, "Oh shit, we just gotta shove her in there."
Yeah.
Fumi was so mad at me.
Yeah.
He was
So
like,
funny.
"Who is this?" Yeah, he's always like, "Who is this person you booked?"
So funny.
He's always doing that to
Yeah.
everybody. Everybody I book, he's like, "Who is this person?"
Yeah.
And I'm
Damn.
like, "Just relax, man." So
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
it
and
turned out to be a great get.
yeah, of
No.
course,
Yeah.
yeah.
so funny because I didn't know her too, and I was in the back like little area, and I just see this woman just walk in, and I'm like, hi, and she was like, hey, I'm like, are you on the show? She goes, I'm not sure.
Well, I'm so glad that they came and you came, and it was nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's so nice.
She's so nice.
Yeah.
She's very
I was
funny.
like, oh, cool. I don't know if you should be back here. She's like, no, I think I'm on the show. I'm like, all right, what's up?
I don't know if you think
I
you
had
should
no
be back
idea.
here.
I'm not gonna bounce her out. I'm not like a bouncer of the show, right?
I don't think you should be back here.
Right. And then like 4 months later, I'm like, oh, she's like huge. She
Well, yeah,
is
it was
crazy
like a
how
week
crazy.
before
Crazy.
she blew up. I think the next week she won a Juno or
Yes.
something.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Which is
I knew
wild.
that she was like on her way, but like, a lot of people are on their
Right.
way, and
Right.
but like, yeah, no, her trajectory is amazing. So
Yeah, this is a blunder we bring up a lot in the pod, and you've heard of it. I'm sorry for bombing on your show. So
no,
many
it's
years
fine.
ago.
You
Don't
don't have to apologize
to him.
to me.
Apologize to me. I had to watch that shit. Fucking brutal.
Well, you
It
know what?
was-
You know what's really nice about you that I like. It really like I was like spiraling. So I was like, God damn, why did I do that? I was like really freaking out.
What did I say?
You didn't pull me aside, but we had a moment where you're just like, dude, I've seen a lot of comedy. I've seen a lot of people really bomb. That wasn't like, sure, it wasn't great, but it wasn't the worst bomb I've ever seen. I was like,
It
that
was
actually
a
makes me
great
feel a
bomb.
little better.
I was trying to look good in front of Andrea Jin.
Well, she
I don't
wasn't
even
even
know
there.
who you
so
are. You know,
doesn't even matter.
no, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
cool. I mean, you don't have to apologize.
Well,
to
no,
me.
it felt bad because I had always wanted to do this show because again I
Uh,
like Vic, big fan of the pod, being like, this is so cool. I'm doing all these things, and it was a favor that you guys like threw me on, and I was just like, we texted about it I think right after, but I was like, I'm gonna do a little bit of a risky joke. And I did it. It was all downhill from there. Couldn't recover.
Do you remember the joke?
Sweating bullets.
Do you
I
remember.
I remember the joke.
Yeah, it
too.
was something
You
about
remember the
like.
joke?
Oh yeah. He said it so many times.
Oh yeah.
He went back to it
So
again.
many times,
It was a
yeah.
poisoned well, you know,
Right,
and it
right.
was like, no, one more drink.
What was it? It
It
was something
was-
about your mom, like finding
Right.
your mom hot or something.
Well, no, it's like my mom is single, but she's like a great mom, so I don't doubt that she'd be a great lover. And people would never be never got on my side, be like, why is it crazy to say that? Like, why is
Yeah.
it crazy to think that like I'm supportive of my mom like banging dudes?
Yeah, yeah.
And people were like really freaked out. I think especially like with an Asian crowd, I feel like they're a little more polite about that. They're like, oh my god, and, like that was for the energy I felt from them.
It was
So.
more sort of like you hit the note.
Yeah.
The note again and again and again.
Right.
And we wanted another note. Like, give me another note.
No, the joke wasn't ready, and I don't even do that joke anymore.
Oh
but
man,
I
come
know.
on! After all that,
Don't worry, I got variations
Yeah.
of my hot mom
And
in
his
my
mom,
set.
Your
his
mom-
mom's no
different
longer
way.
hot.
She's not hot
She's
anymore.
gotten old.
No, it
She's gone
was
through menopause. She's not hot anymore.
it was more like because again, so our booker is Fawn, and so she's the one
Right.
who does most of the booking.
right.
And sometimes Fumi, this is when he was around more, and so he would throw people on he knew he liked, and of course he knows like everybody, right?
Right.
And like I would throw some people on, and so there's been a few times where I had someone I wanted on, and they wouldn't do that good. And the Fumi would be like, "See, this is what I mean," and I was like, "Damn it,"
Yeah.
it's like I threw my Pokemon out.
Right.
And the Pokemon didn't do that good, but
Right.
it's like I wanted I want everybody to do good on my show.
Right.
Have a
Hot
good time
mom,
on my
not
show.
super effective.
Yeah, they don't
Hot
like
mom,
that.
Not super effective.
Not that
No,
kind of Pokemon.
it was cool. But I mean, it
Yeah,
was
it was cool.
more.
My Union Hall debut.
Wow.
killed
Is
it.
that
What
what?
a moment.
Was that
Yeah,
what
it was. But then I went back like a year later and I crushed.
Yes.
So it was all right.
There you
But
go.
it was funny. It was. I did spiral for like a month after though.
Did you really?
Yeah. Because I was just so in my head. I was like, I fucking suck. Also, it's like I never do well in front of Asian crowds, and I feel like that was like the show where I wanted to do well in front of an Asian crowd, and it was just like I can't support not support, but I'll never be liked by my people.
It's
And that's
something,
sort of the spiral I was going down.
No.
That's something that
That's
Asian
all right.
comics talk about a lot behind closed doors is like, how do we connect with Asian crowds?
Oh.
Because
right.
I feel like Asian crowds aren't as comedy savvy as other ethnicities.
Sure.
You know?
Right.
So the things that we like, the things that we've been conditioned to find funny, they're not there yet. So
Right.
there's a little bit of a disconnect there.
Right.
Yeah. I think it depends what kind of crowd. Like my crowd it's like an Asian crowd, but like they're like Asian people who work at Google. So like they're like
Yes,
pretty
yes.
plugged in.
They're in on
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like
chill.
they get it, and they're gonna give you some stuff versus like a crowd, like a I don't know, like a Manhattan club Asian crowd.
Sure.
Right.
That's essentially just like a what I would call beginner comedy audience.
Yeah. Yes.
And
100%.
I did a show recently, and it was an Asian show.
Yeah.
and there's a lot of comics on it.
Was it Broadway Comedy Club?
Yes, it was.
I did the same one on Friday.
And, yeah, and it was a good crowd, but
Yeah.
I realized there there's a lot of great comics on there,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of kind of newer comics, and the newer comics were doing better.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But because their jokes are really accessible,
Yes.
and they're very the structure is
yes,
very
totally.
da 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 da. Oh my
Right.
gosh! And they have this kind of thing where it's like, you can get a very new crowd on your side if you just say shocking shit.
Right,
Yes.
right,
You know,
right.
Yeah.
just like my Asian mom's such a bitch. You know,
Yeah.
like you just say something like that, and people will be like,
But
whoa.
she's hot.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
say she's hot.
But
You
like,
gotta say
know,
she's a bitch. You can't say she's hot.
You can't say she's hot
For
but
some
you can say she's a
reason.
bitch. Yeah, that would really work in Staten Island.
Yeah.
But no, so like
Oh, I should go there.
you get those kinds of jokes, like like it's like baby steps,
Right, right,
and
right.
eventually you can get them into more on your side. I think.
Yeah.
And it does take a little bit of like breadcrumbing, I guess. I'd say.
Yes,
Yeah.
totally.
Before I don't know, like you do a lot of club stuff, and you can tell sometimes the crowd is just like they're too drunk or they're too new or they're too tight or whatever it is, and you just
Yeah.
kind of like give them some things where they're just like, it's okay to laugh at me.
Right, right.
Yes.
It's okay to laugh at this. We're fucking around.
Right.
Yes.
And it's all right. Yeah.
a lot
Right.
of times I'll open my set with like what I think is a easier joke.
Yep.
Just to develop
Mm.
some trust.
For
Yeah.
an Asian crowd, you like planned that?
Any crowd. Just so
Any
like
crowd.
just
Yeah.
so like you just
Interesting.
give them like the easy like setup punch structure up top, just so they know like okay, this guy knows what he's doing,
So interesting.
and then I think they'll be a little more willing to trust you on
Yes.
structures that
Wow.
aren't as conventional.
Yes.
Damn, I didn't know. So, Vic, this is interesting hearing from you because, like, I think you're a great comic, and it's just like you never talk about your process. So every time you like say something like this, I'm like, oh, you are thinking about this all the time. Like, this is interesting.
Yeah, well, I was watching a Timothy Chalamet interview earlier today, and he was talking about how, as an actor, he doesn't like to talk about the process because it's supposed to be like magic.
It is supposed to. It is supposed to feel like magic.
I guess.
Yeah.
But
But
some
yeah.
people like hearing about it though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
I think
like
it's
talking about it.
fascinating.
I was going to ask you about your like, how did you get good at doing check spots? Because I used to do a lot of check spots when I was at the stand, and I never really
Oh.
like. I kind of started getting it. Sometimes I would like, I don't know. I would do different things, but it was more what I would call like stage management rather than
Yeah.
like these
Yeah.
are some jokes I'm going to use. Eventually, I wasn't that good at it, but I was like,
Right.
always curious about that.
I guess for me, I know the room. Well, first off, I should say that New York Comic Club, where I've been doing check spots at, they do a really good job of setting up the check spot.
Mm.
Like they don't
Yeah.
kind of throw you under the bus. They make sure that they ask the audience to pay attention to the next guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they-
really?
Yeah, they're very generous. They set you up well. And then also another thing is like
That's sweet.
when I go up there, I just try. I'll have like a stock line
Mhm.
to get their attention really fast. Like in literally like
Mm.
1 or 2 lines, I have to get like their
Yeah.
attention with a big laugh.
Yep.
If I could like riff on the comic before me,
Yeah.
or
With something about the room that's been happening.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. Then that's
nice.
a great way to do it. And then they're more likely to like pay attention throughout
Right.
the rest of my
Yeah.
set.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, that's a good point because once you get even some people laughing, people
Yeah.
who are like
Mhm.
paying
Oh,
the
what's
check are
going
going to be
on?
like, "What's that? I want to
Yeah.
be."
Yeah.
This is like
The show's still going on.
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
All
what
the
I gotta
monkeys
do.
want to look in the same direction. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
I think I will credit a lot of that to how the club is run though, because they do a good job of like.
They like tell the host to like bring you up that way.
I think the hosts just do that on their own.
Oh, so they're like,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just know what's up.
Yeah, like half
There's
the
good
time
hosts.
they do a good job of like setting the check spot.
Yeah.
up.
That's cool.
But I've seen. I mean, I'm
Cool.
not gonna lie. Sometimes they do like 2 check spots
Oh,
on the same show, like 2 comics doing check spots, and I'll watch
Whoa.
one comic just eat it.
right.
Because I think you also have to have a certain energy on stage.
You do.
too.
You do. Yeah.
Sort of like hosting. You kind of dial it up one notch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and
Mhm.
I think for a check spot, when you don't have the audience's full attention, you kind of have to have that same energy.
Yeah, that's not
Right.
going to be the time where you're going to pull out the notebook and like read your like
Yeah.
personal diary,
What else?
Yeah.
What
personal
else?
jokes. You know,
Yeah.
like oh,
Yeah.
let me read this really esoteric joke. You know,
Right.
yeah, you gotta get you gotta
Yeah.
kind of pull their eyeballs up a little bit.
Machine
Yeah.
gun laugh joke.
Yeah,
And then
Yeah.
doing stand up in like bars in Houston, kind
Did
of
you-
conditions you to like learn that energy too.
Yeah.
Did you do check box in Houston?
No, they didn't really do check spots there, but they did
Yeah.
like I would host.
It's
And
crazy.
it's kind of similar.
It's crazy that like clubs don't just do what the Comedy Cellar does, which is like checks at the end, no check spot. You know, like why do checks in like the second to last, or like the last? comic? Is it like an
yeah.
audition spot kind of? I guess. I don't know the philosophy. I'm sure. Do you know? Like, does anyone
I
know?
have no idea. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
it's like traditionally the worst spot to be in.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not even a paid spot or
Right.
like the worst paid spot.
Right.
But I think then it's just like turnover, right? You want to get the check so everybody pays, so get them out.
Yeah.
Next one in. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? So it's some business, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, do you remember how we met?
Did I meet you at your show? At your open mic?
No, we did meet at an open mic.
Oh.
But it was
not
like
your open mic.
Not my open mic. But it was like, it was such a lovely meeting.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because I was like,
Lovely meeting.
I just started, and I was like, dude, I don't want to talk to anybody at any of these open mics. Everyone sucks. Because it was just like, I was like doing stuff in Manhattan. I don't like, there's all these like dudes who are like low key, like they have no job. They want to grind like 50 mics a week. And they're just like, they're just so annoying as people. And it was, I can't remember the venue, but it was like some midtown, like back of a restaurant. And there was like an open mic happening, like the tent outside or something. And then, I think I went kind of late, but you're still around, and we like walked to the train together.
I think I know what you're talking
and
about.
we just like started chatting, and I was like, that guy is so nice.
He's
so cool.
Was it the two hosts? Was one a Vietnamese guy and a black guy?
Maybe I don't remember that.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. Okay. I do remember something like this.
Yeah.
Okay. This.
But you left an impression. I was like,
oh,
whoa,
really?
Mike's such a nice guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I was like, I hope to see you around, and then I saw you around.
Oh, there
It
you
was
go.
so sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
crazy.
I'm sorry I don't remember how I met either
That's
one
okay.
of you guys. No,
I'll just go fuck myself.
no, it was cool.
I'll just leave.
That rules.
The guy that I like so much.
No, I'm
Because
glad.
it wasn't as pleasant.
I'm glad that people I think say that on top of being a cool dresser, I'm a nice person, and I like
Right.
that. I feel I'm the one person in New York who's been here a long time who thinks that the New York attitude is bullshit.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's not effective, and it is not even that unique to New
Right.
York.
Right.
It's a crutch. I think when people are mean here, it's a crutch.
Right.
It's because you don't have enough energy. I'm getting mad now. Anyways, but like
New York energy
so
right there.
and especially in New York, especially open mic, because I
Yeah.
was that guy for forever. Like
Sure.
I did a podcast recently, A Little Bit of Time. Do you know that one?
No.
It's run by these two comics, and like I was telling them, I was so intimidated by those two guys when I first started.
Yeah.
Like I would do these mics and I would see them and I was like, oh, those are the cool mics, like the
Yeah,
cool
yeah, yeah.
comics.
Yeah.
And now I realize, especially now, like I did a open mic maybe like last year,
Yeah.
and I was like, these are children. These
Yeah,
are children,
yeah.
and they're scared.
Yeah.
And a lot of them,
They just want to do their set.
yeah, and then they don't have jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
yeah.
just have. I don't know if they know they don't have jokes. They
Probably
just
don't.
they have like a sentence.
The cadence. Yeah.
They have a cadence.
Oh,
They go,
bro,
they go,
yes.
guys, you guys ever get scrotum in your eye? Tess, shut up, dude.
It's actually a
and
pretty good
it's
joke.
just, there's nothing like, you're like, okay, well, like tie the knot, tie the knot.
Right,
And
right.
They don't tie the knot. They just
Right.
have the string.
They're learning.
Yeah.
They're
no.
young. They gotta
Yeah,
learn
no,
the math.
it's cool, but it's like, I was ever afraid of any of these people. So
Right.
Anyways, like, yeah.
Damn. So is comedy like the main goal for you now? Like you have so many projects going on.
No,
Like, what
fuck
is
no.
it?
Okay,
Let's
No.
go.
My main thing is raising my kids.
Love
and
it.
making-
Oh yeah, that's right.
Making money however way I can. I have no
Shmoney.
illusions of like
Yeah.
what this is all about.
Right.
Be
But you-
creative and make money.
at one point,
Yeah.
you did want to be a comedian. Like it was like.
I think at one point, I think it was possible maybe I could have become kind of like what Fumi is now, where he's
Yeah.
like, he's kind of got this, he's a comedian, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's like, he goes on tour, he like
Right,
writes
right.
and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, he's on, he has like TV credits and
Right,
shit
right,
like that.
right,
Yeah.
And I think that was possible as an avenue.
Sure.
I'm not saying it's not possible as an avenue, but I'm not like actively like, okay, this is the thing.
Right.
to do.
Right.
Right.
Now it's sort of like whatever I can do to make money and like, be creative,
Support the
and
kids. Yeah.
support the kids, and that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's
But do
gonna
you
be
do you have a preferred creative path? Like if you ideally, let's
I see what
say
you're
you can
saying.
choose something that makes a lot of money creatively, what would you do?
I think I would like to write, but for myself.
Okay.
I
Like
would
a book or
Yeah,
something,
write
or-
some novels.
Sick.
I would like to podcast more. I like as I've come around to liking being a creator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether that's podcasting, I have like tons of ideas for like creative thing, like
Sure.
Like I want to do a interview podcast where we would do jujitsu drills, me and the guest, and the drills would get harder and harder and
Yeah.
more and more
Oh,
horrible.
fun.
Yeah,
It would be called Presh.
Okay.
And it'd be like hot wings, hot ones, but with jujitsu.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like because especially if you've never done it before,
Yeah.
people always throw up constantly.
Really?
It's just like there's a video of me and
Wow.
Fumi finally doing jujitsu.
Yeah.
He does it for like
Wait, I
3
was there.
minutes.
What didn't we film the thing?
Oh,
together?
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
there for that. Yeah.
And
shit.
he almost died.
Yeah.
You know?
Very funny.
It was hilarious. And I
Yeah.
think if you just get people in that situation.
Doing
then
that
interview
inspired me
them.
to try jujitsu.
Oh, do you?
I did.
You ever try it?
I tried it once. I did like a little intro class.
Oh, how was it?
Oh, nice.
Where'd you do it?
I did it like 2 blocks around here.
Mm.
I don't remember the place, but it's like it's on State Street or something. This is State Street, but it's on like fucking Nevins or something.
That's hilarious.
He didn't teach me anything. He made me just start rolling.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I didn't know what I was doing. And he sort of like I think his philosophy was like teach as you do it.
Yeah, you just kind of like.
He's like, all right, I'll take your I was like fucking like curled up. You're like, take your hands and like grab her. It was like some woman, like grab her collar.
you were rolling with someone else.
Yes,
Not even
who
the
like is experienced.
Oh,
And
buddy.
I was just fucking getting tossed around.
That's hilarious.
And he's like, no, you can do it. Take your hand. I'm like, I can't move. I didn't say that, but I was like, ugh.
Yeah. Did you want to throw up?
I did not want to throw. I was very tiring, but I did not throw up.
Fair.
But the next week was the sorest I've ever been in my life.
Yes.
Because every single muscle in your body is activated.
Yeah.
I was just like, I could not move. I was very immobile for that week.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I didn't know how much like gripping is part of it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
your hands have to be like strong. So my hands, I felt like I had like arthritis. It was like terrible.
Well, the way beginners always have what they call the death grip because like they don't
Oh.
really know anything, and so a lot of times like they'll just grab something and just hold on for dear life.
Yeah.
That's supposedly
That's literally
why.
what I was doing.
Have you heard the story? UFC 1, like this is why Hoist Gracie wore a gi, is because this is the story.
Yeah.
Is this is an MMA and like everybody else is like shirtless or whatever, just wearing boxing stuff,
Mhm.
and then Hoist is wearing his actual gi, and then the thinking was that like once he got people on the ground, he didn't want them to punch him. And so people would just hold on to the clothes because
Yeah.
it felt like it gave him control
Yeah.
rather than like punching him. So that's
Huh.
supposedly the thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I believe it, man. That's
Can I
funny.
ask you this?
It's fun though.
Is jujitsu your preferred martial art because it's the
Ooh.
martial art that's most clothing dependent?
Yo, I have this
The
whole
most
thing.
swag.
So I have so many fashion hot takes.
Yeah, okay.
I want to get on that Subway takes thing. I think I could do it. I think I know enough people who.
Oh,
get on
yeah.
it.
Nice.
But one of my fashion hot takes
Mm.
is that jujitsu clothing is proof that straight men crave creativity and fashion,
Yeah.
but they can't
And
get it anywhere
expression.
else. They can't
Yeah.
do it
Yeah,
through
yeah.
regular
So they gotta do
clothes.
jujitsu,
So
yeah.
Yeah,
funny.
it's very like narrow. There's
Like,
this new
put
joke.
it on, tie
Yeah.
up the belt. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you like go on tour, right? You like go on around America, and like in America, you can only dress like a Iraq War veteran,
Mhm.
okay, or you can dress like a general contractor. That's
Sure.
like the only way that a man can dress.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you you do with jujitsu, like there's all the gis come in different colors, all kinds of
Yeah,
different
yeah, yeah.
colors.
There's like symbols and stuff.
There's
on
different
them.
patches.
Yeah.
There's like different things you can wear underneath that are all
didn't know
different
that.
colors, have all different patterns on them.
Damn.
There are some that are like geometric, some that are like streetwear,
Yeah.
some that have like kind of like hippie designs on them.
Right.
And dudes will spend tons of money. They'll have like 20 gis. They'll like
Dude.
do all the shit. And I'm like, dude, this is just us straight men going, oh my god, finally I can
Yeah,
buy
I can do
clothes.
something. I can do
Oh, but
something.
it's for jujitsu, so it's not gay.
Dude.
You know,
It's not gay if I can wrap it around
it's
your
not
neck.
Yeah,
gay
yeah.
because I need it in order to show my body. Like,
That's funny.
and so
There's
it's
something
proof.
physical in it.
Yeah, it's
Bro,
like,
why are you rolling with a scarf?
yeah. What's with the high heel
It's an
boots?
ascot. It's not a scarf.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's just proof that, and I used to be really into like what gi do I want to wear with which underneath, and it's gonna
Whoa.
look cool.
I
You
didn't know
know,
there were so many layers. I thought it was just one gi in the belt. That's it.
you wear
But
like
the
some
indi-
people wear like the
inside.
spats, which is the leggings, and then the
Oh.
what is it called, the rash guard underneath, which is all you can really
Oh.
wear after that. Well, others you can wear
Interesting.
headgear.
Damn.
You know,
You're
different
definitely
kinds
onto
of
something
gear.
because I have recently gotten into soccer jerseys,
Yeah,
and that's a huge culture.
Absolutely.
Like everyone's like, there's so much trading happening. And just
Yeah.
like looking for like a vintage, like very specific, like 1995 Champions League, like
Exactly.
away third kit. Like it's just
Yeah.
like it can get very specific. And I think this is it.
it's a
Guys just want to express, and this is like, that's cool. That's physical.
Exactly.
I
it
can wear
has
that.
what is called an alibi. The alibi is that it's not really fashion.
Yeah,
It's actually this other thing. It's the
Right.
same thing with like all sportswear, like all of
Dude.
that
It's
you know,
fascinating.
Star, what is that, like the vintage kind of like, NFL clothes.
Yeah, totally.
All that stuff is like, oh, well, I'm just a fan,
Right.
but like then they'll go out and spend $3,000 on this
Dude,
hat,
You're definitely onto something. Because I also,
think-
similarly to like what we're talking about, like you said, there's only two styles, like construction or war.
Yeah.
It's like guys think like sports is like the entertainment war. You
Yeah,
know? So
yeah.
it's like,
Oh,
I can like wear that because it's like they were physical in this. They fought in this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh.
Those guys are cool. I want to be like them. I
Yeah.
can wear the things they wear.
That's so crazy.
That's
Yeah,
funny. Yeah, the
Yeah.
only times that they dress themselves is whenever it's tied to like hyper masculinity.
Hyper masculinity.
It has to be like that. Yeah, and then
Wow.
or like cars. It has to be like related to cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these very narrow
machine.
avenues where you do it, but like
Right.
as soon as you do it, as soon as you get that thing, like men are so expressive about
Yeah,
like, the
yeah.
things
Yeah.
they want.
And they're so colorful. Everything's
and
so
it's so colorful.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like
eye catching.
it's like all like
right.
the brightest color. Like you'll see this there's this guy Craig Jones who's like this very Australian masculine
Yeah.
guy. He wears
Sure.
on purpose the tightest, shortest shorts, which are leopard print,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
like ha 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 ha. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Guy,
You
you know,
like-
like
yeah.
come on, like
Just be honest about it. You
let's
like
just
it.
be honest. He looks
fine.
hot, like
Right.
I feel like Australian guys are very into that ironic gay shit.
Yeah.
they
You know what I
are.
mean?
Have you been to Australia?
I've never been to Australia, but I feel like I've seen a lot of it just through like
The
MMA
media.
channels.
Ah.
They're very it's a very broy culture,
Right.
and like
Yeah.
they are cool with like their like male bodies. So like you go to the
Yeah.
beach,
Mm.
and a lot of guys they'll wear like
Hmm.
really short kind of like swim trunks,
Mm-hmm.
and they're fucking jacked. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it's like totally cool,
I love that.
and they want to look like like shaved and
Yes.
hot. Like
Yeah.
they want to look like that.
What's
Whereas
wrong
here in
with
America,
a little
it's not
skin,
like
mate?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, oh, it's not gay, all right?
It's not gay.
Not
It's
gay.
not, yeah. It's a little bit big.
Ma-
Yeah,
That's
it's a bit.
right.
That's
That's
a bit.
right.
Come on, a little bit of touch bum.
I
Yeah.
love women. Love women.
Touch
Yeah, why not?
Damn.
Yeah.
You're onto something. Never
Of
thought
course,
about
dude.
that.
I think about this stuff all the time.
I
So
can
anyway,
tell.
so like to go to the whole creativity thing is like thinking about like how do I turn that into money? Like my
Right.
weird thoughts into money. That's how it.
You wouldn't do fashion as like a creative outlet. Like you wouldn't. Like,
I would,
self-post?
but like I wouldn't like start my own company or something like that.
Mm.
Sure.
That would be
You've-
like the
you've-
whole thing.
try. No.
No, I worked at a like menswear a place, but like
Yeah.
it was like a tech menswear thing. So I did that for a while. I worked retail, which I
Yeah.
really like.
Tech menswear with like Tony Stark.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Wear the
Avengers,
suitcase
dude.
and it has like a missile in it.
Nano
Get a
bots.
Black Panther suit.
Yeah,
if you want.
exactly.
But
Yeah,
I remember us talking about how you used to like fuck with the New York fashion world, and then you're like everybody is poor, which I thought was
Oh, yeah.
very
Oh.
fascinating.
well, like that's the dirty secret of fashion.
Yeah.
Is that there's no money
Right.
in fashion. Like the margins are super thin,
Totally.
and like everybody wants in because it's so glamorous.
Right.
But only the top person
Yeah.
makes a lot of money. I mean, if you're a
Sure.
designer at a big company, you're making good money, but you're
Right.
in a corporation.
So do you
right?
think there's like these Instagram brands that are just like DIY brands are like making any money?
I think they are making money, but it's like razor thin.
Yeah,
like
the
at
margins
any
are
moment
tiny.
it could go under.
Right.
You just never know. And like any brand that really makes a lot of money is just
Yeah.
like we make T-shirts
Hmm.
because
Mm.
like they're easy to make. Everybody wants them,
Right.
and you can like print them.
Oh, they're hacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Bro,
like all
that's
like
every
Every
creative
industry.
industry, the hacks dominate, and they're the most
Well,
profitable.
you can make a cool T-shirt. That's possible.
Yeah, I guess.
It
But
is
I
a
don't
little
know.
boring, but I guess yeah.
I feel like T-shirts aren't revered in like the fashion community.
what.
I don't know, like T-shirts.
Like
is
a
that,
cool
like-
T-shirt.
Is
I
that the
mean,
goal?
Probably
You know,
depends.
like it's one of those things where if you make those certain things like sweatsuits and
Mm.
hats and
Yeah.
that kind of thing, it's like that's where it's like making popcorn when you go to the movies, right?
Yeah.
That's like
Mm.
that's really where they make their money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I see. What
yeah,
you
that's
Like
like,
a
the high margin money
Yeah,
maker,
Yeah.
and like relatively low risk.
mean. Right.
Yeah, but like
Mm.
but in all the fashion stuff you might see, you go to fashion events, everybody's
Yeah.
broke.
Have you ever
Uh,
made any piece of clothing?
No, I'm not
Really?
interested in making clothing.
I've tried.
Really?
Yeah. So there's a guy I met while playing. I'm big into soccer now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I ditched jiu-jitsu, not for
Okay.
me. But I met this guy while playing, and he is like an artist, and he like on his Instagram had like custom jerseys,
Oh.
and I wanted to start like a jersey company, like just like
Oh, okay.
I think it'd be sick to make custom jerseys, and I actually designed a few
That's cool.
like mock-ups. But he sent me the guy that he gets jerseys from Pakistan.
Yeah, there you go.
Muhammad Fazal. Shout out
shit.
Muhammad. And
A lot of jiu-jitsu gis come from Pakistan.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
I think they make a lot of shit.
They make a lot of
A lot
stuff.
of like just manufacture like
yeah, a lot of
stuff.
clothes factories are
It's
there.
also the soccer ball capital of the world. Like
I
they
believe
make
it.
tons of soccer
I
balls in
believe
Pakistan.
it. Yeah,
Anyway,
for sure.
this guy Muhammad and I ordered some. We made some jerseys for I do a soccer comedy show, and we made some jerseys for us, like for the producers.
That's cool.
Which is cool. And I got it from Muhammad. But me and Muhammad are such boys that whenever it's like, I don't know, Ramadan, he'll like text me about it.
Like,
Like,
your
if there's, like-
Ramadan updates.
Yeah, he like showed me a cow that he was gonna sacrifice, like on WhatsApp. He was like, "Check out this cow," and I was
Check out
like,
this cow,
"Whoa,
inshallah."
is this for like a holiday?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Are you gonna eat it?" He goes, "Yes, inshallah." And I was like, "Hell yeah,
Inshallah.
dude!" And he
Bro,
just
this guy's fucking with you. They don't.
what
That's not like a part of Ramadan. They just don't
no, it's not
slaughter
Ramadan, but like
oh.
some the
Some
one with the
holiday?
cow.
Oh.
I can't remember what it is, but he just texted me a picture of him in Las Vegas. Like just out of nowhere.
Okay, now he's talking with you.
Ramadan in Vegas.
Here's a bunch of cocaine
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
going
yeah.
to do, my friend. Inshallah.
Inshallah, you're right.
Oh, here's a
pretty cool.
bunch of hookers we got.
Right, inshallah.
Inshallah.
I was like, how good of
Are you
are you a
serious?
good Muslim or bad
That's
Muslim?
funny.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun? Yeah, I was like, I didn't think that this random dude I bought jerseys from will is now just texting me updates on his life. So
That's
God.
pretty funny.
fashion is good, and people should do it just for this connection. For the
No,
connections in your life.
I think that's cool. I think it's
Thanks, man.
It's tough to
It's a
do.
fun story.
Yeah, it's tough to do. Like,
Yeah,
to get
he-
into all that.
Even this guy who like I did a lot of research on like good pricing on jerseys, like custom jerseys. I even tried to do it like in America because I was like, oh, it'd be cool. Like it was like an in
Oh
America
yeah, it's
made
really
thing.
hard in America.
But it's like even this guy in Pakistan, like he's giving me the best deal possible, and like even if I tried selling him, I would make like nothing.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Oh.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the numbers
Yeah.
it's
just so
absolutely nuts.
sad.
Yeah, and
Damn.
that's like the good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's a
Have you
bummer.
tried praying to Allah?
Yeah.
every day?
Mm.
But Jesus Christ pulls me right back. Seeing him on
He's
the
too
cross,
powerful.
I fucking love him. He's too good.
Fucking love
Um,
Jesus.
You've done Asian Not Asian, right? The podcast.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
talked
did
about
it
MMA.
once. Yeah, we talked about
You
it.
thought it was a blunder
Jujitsu.
that we talked about MMA. I disagree. It was awesome.
It was good.
Oh yeah. No, it was because I get embarrassed about talking
Why?
about MMA.
Oh yeah, we talked about
It's
yeah.
It's
cool.
because it has a reputation, I think, on surface level of being kind of like a broy, douchey thing. you
Yeah,
know?
that's
if
what
you're
we
not
are.
if you're not too into it,
Come on, we're
that's
drinking
what it looks
Heineken's,
like.
man.
I mean, they had Joe Rogan at the Trump inauguration.
Oh,
yeah.
and
That
That was
Conor
after.
McGregor
That was
was there.
after. That was after.
I feel it's gotten like even
worse.
more.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Really.
gotten
Yeah.
worse. I mean, like with what's his name, the president or the president of UFC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dana White.
Dana White,
He
he's
gave
like-
a speech.
Yeah, he's like in the
he
inner
gave a
circle
speech.
now, and
yeah,
you're sort of like,
yeah.
fuck.
So
But
that's really annoying. I mean, I just like it because it's like it's just
mean, I love
karate.
MMA.
It's just grown up karate.
yeah, you
Which
watch
is
the other
fun.
ones. You can watch like one championship or
Oh,
that
I watch
one-
them all, brother.
really the karate one that's in the pit. That's
Yeah,
sick.
I watched
Karate
that
in
one.
the pit.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll watch
Whoa.
the regional scene.
Oh, really?
Like if there's like a name that I recognize or yeah. I'll
Have
do
you ever
that.
been to one in New? There's tons of stuff in New York.
I haven't. I was training at a Muay Thai gym for a little
Yeah.
bit, and they would have like
Ooh.
smokers.
Yeah, they
and
have
some
smokers.
of the
What are
fighters
what
there
are
would
smokers?
compete. They're sort of like amateur fights.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so I don't think they go on your
It
record.
doesn't go on your record.
But they're
Oh.
essentially like
There's a record.
amateur fights.
People are keeping record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like if you're
Like professional
if
record.
you
yeah,
want
you
to
have like an
become a
amateur
pro.
record, that
amateur and
goes
a
into a
pro.
pro
Yeah, yeah,
record.
yeah.
But it's like smokers are like for like it's like you and me, like me and versus
Just like anyone.
like
Yeah.
versus Ronnie Chang. It's like
Yeah.
random like
Huh.
Yeah.
gym members want to do a fight,
Right.
Yeah.
and so it's like you get the fight experience of like
Yeah.
going full
Yeah.
contact.
Right.
but
I wasn't a
it's not like-
smoker, but I fought Hayden once. We
Yeah,
boxed. Yeah.
Oh,
Hayden's,
yeah.
Hayden, you know Hayden Arrington?
I don't know.
It's like a
He's a
he
comic.
moved here around the same time I moved here, so it hasn't
From DC.
been like a long
Okay.
time. But
He's half Asian.
maybe then.
Good guy. Friends with John
Yeah, I
Hedrick.
mean that shit's intense, man.
Yeah.
Like it's like going and competing or whatever. But you should
Right.
go to like. There's so many MMA and boxing. Of course, there's still
I'm
boxing.
down to go.
dude,
Let's go.
it's so
It's really
visceral. It's so easy to get into. Like my girlfriend
So
never
intense.
really cared about combat sports, but
When
she
you're
watches
there,
with me all
let's
the time,
go.
and I know she's into it because
Oh, really?
like sometimes like her hands get really sweaty.
Whoa.
Oh, it's intense, man. And
So I'm like, oh, you like, I can tell you
She's-
you cannot lie about.
Nah,
not
she's
liking
nervous.
this.
She's nervous around you. She's
Yeah.
like, I hope he likes me.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you
Now that
go-
I'm interested in his interests.
yeah, you go to like you go to a bar and you watch UFC and it's like you know, it's intense, and especially at MMA because anything can happen at any second.
Yeah.
A guy could be getting his ass kicked, and all of a sudden just gets a lucky head kick or something, and then like, you know, being there like with the crowd, you just like it's very animalistic.
It's a little too intense for me.
It's very intense.
I've tried many times because a lot of my friends are into it, and I'm like, God, it's like it gets me my hands sweaty like immediately.
Yeah.
Really?
I can't.
It's
Yeah,
very
I'm like
intense.
nervous, like so nervous.
Yeah.
I feel like
But-
I'm a little desensitized. Like
I know,
watch
that's what you're
it,
telling
like I
me.
watch somebody get fucking kicked in the head, and I'm like, well, that's a point.
That's a point.
Take your corner.
Let me just
yeah.
mark that.
Like the dopamine that I get
That's on
is
his
like
record.
watching some like Steph Curry shoot a 3. It's like
it's so chill.
yeah, it does. I don't think it
Happens.
registers to me the way that like visceral violence should.
Sure.
You know. Yeah.
Wow.
But I only
But,
bring up Asian not Asian because I'm like, dude, when can I do the
Well,
pod?
we got
Can I
season 5 now,
can
so
I do
yeah,
the-
you
can I
guys
do
the
come
pod?
on. Sure.
Can
Yeah,
I
of
do
course.
the pod? Really?
Yeah, of course.
That's so fun.
Oh my god,
What
you
are we
just
talking
cornered.
about?
You just cornered our guests like that.
No,
That's
I
what
don't
we
mind,
do
I
on the
don't care.
pod. We got to corner them.
You can do the corner of the pod. I mean, I don't give a shit. You know, like
I'll bomb the pod again, and then we'll just keep it going.
Yeah, yeah. We'll
Just
have
keep
you.
doing it.
We'll have you back
Nah,
on.
I'm just kidding. You don't
Hack
have to.
City.
I'm over it.
No,
I'm over it. It's fine. I got cats now.
No, with that, I always wanted when I was listening, all I
Yeah.
wanted to say with that in particular, that
Yeah.
moment was like this was less about you being funny or not. It was more like this is the other, I don't know, 60% of comedy, stand-up comedy,
Yeah.
which is like thinking on your feet.
Yeah,
Like what
totally.
happens if this goes wrong?
Right.
You know, like, and you're under pressure, and you're like, can you pivot to something else?
For sure.
And that's like a big one. You know, it's a
Yeah.
big part of. You know, like
Totally.
I would say your material is like less than half.
Yeah.
You know.
Be able to
Yours
read the
specifically,
room.
yours
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Your
way less.
material
It's like-
specifically
it's
is
1%.
Less than
than half.
yeah,
of
no, I know.
quality
But
of
brother, I know.
standards.
Most of it, yeah,
Brother, I
exactly.
know.
Yeah, most of it is your skincare routine.
Yeah, it's
And
just
then-
who I am as a person deep down.
yeah.
I gotta say,
Um,
Mike, this is the second time that I've been hanging out with you, and then a comic has put you on the spot.
Oh, really?
Like, when am I gonna do your? When am I gonna do your?
No, I thought
podcast?
that'd be
When am I gonna
funny.
do your show?
to do.
Is this like a frequent occurrence for
Put me
you?
on the spot.
What was the other time?
Well, we'll have to bleep out their name.
Is it a bad person? What are you talking
No,
about?
it's not a bad person.
Oh, you can keep his name in there.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's like a running joke that Misha hasn't done. That we
Oh,
constantly
the pod?
disrespect him.
Yeah.
Like we constantly disrespect him. I love Misha. I mean,
Have
yeah,
us
I would
both
have
on the
him
pod, and we'll tank the pod.
Yeah,
together.
Yeah.
Oh, that
We'll
would
really,
be
we'll
really
That would be
really do
really
You know,
funny.
funny.
remember how like Jimmy
dregs.
Kimmel would he would always like disrespect Matt Damon?
Yeah.
You could do
yeah.
that with Misha.
It's becoming a bit now where, like,
Right.
for a long time, Misha, we wouldn't have him on Hack City. You wouldn't have him on the show. We eventually did. He hasn't done Hack City, the real one. He's done Hack City when we did it online. And then we did
Zoom show.
the Zoom shows, which were
Dang.
very lucrative at the time.
Oh wow.
And so,
They were.
we should. I don't know. I'll have him on too. You know.
Dude,
Did
don't.
you you have a blunder that you wanted to talk about? I mean,
No, let's keep talking about Misha.
we made it pretty deep.
Let's
I
keep
just
talking
don't
about
want to. I don't want to. If you got anything,
My friend
prepared, I
Misha
didn't
Han.
wanna,
Let's
like,
keep
miss
talking about
it.
him.
Oh man, a blunder. I was actually trying to think of like a blunder.
Life's
gosh.
too perfect. Life's
No, it's not. I mean, you know, like
Did any of your kids like shit their pants or anything every single day?
No, that was that is it's actually pretty cool when they shit their pants.
well, we can talk about this. Do you feel like I don't know, with like the kids, and also you talked about pursuing other creative outlets. Do you feel like you've taken a step back with stand up specifically a little bit, like not hitting it as much as you used to?
Yeah, I definitely don't do it as much. It's definitely like on the back. It's not even on the burner anymore. It's like in the fridge. So, but I will say that having the space, it makes me realize that like this wasn't going to be I'll see, we see people we know now. They're opening fucking at Madison Square Garden or some shit. Like they're like
Right,
doing
yeah.
big shit. They're doing all these things. They're on the road. That doesn't sound that appealing to me. You know, I am very lucky that I have my Hack City show. I know that room really well. I have my crowd, and I can rock that whenever I need to.
Yes.
You know, and I've been doing this a long enough. I think I know what I'm doing, such that like, even though I don't get up that much, every time I go up is very productive.
Yeah.
And I'm funny. I can do it.
Yeah.
I proved it, and I don't have to prove it anymore.
Mhm.
Right.
And so now it's sort of, I got what I wanted out of stand up.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dude.
I came here to I I don't know if you ever heard this, but someone told me that if you do stand up for 8 years, you find your voice. And I was like, oh, that sounds great. Because when I first started, I was like, I wanted to write more. I want to do all this stuff. I wanted to even like get better at doing advertising. I was like, okay, if I can find my voice, maybe that'll help. So I'll start doing this. And then 8 years later, or it took me a little longer because of the pandemic, but like I would say after 10 years, which was a couple years ago, I found my voice. And my voice sucks. It's like it's not super fun at all. It's not.
No!
It's not. It's like I have it now. I know what I know what everybody like. What fucking Patrice O'Neal was talking about. What Bill Burr's talking about. What Chappelle's talking about. Like, oh, I know what they're talking about now.
You don't like your voice.
It's okay. It's fine. I know how to do it. I know the thing, and I know it's. I will say that it has given me, focus in, okay, if these are the things, like, I think all your voice is like the things you're passionate about and like mixed with the things you, like I guess the things you want to be passionate about. It's almost like a crossing over of those two on top of like the way on top of your style of jokes.
Right. Just like how you talk.
Right. How you talk, right. On stage at least. And so I do have that, and I think I can use my knowledge of that to do other things. So like, I mean, stand up gave me everything else. Like before I did stand up, I couldn't write a fucking script. I couldn't write, I couldn't like, I had no idea how to write a book. I would know. I had no idea how to do anything. I had never like filmed a sketch. I had never done all these things. And now I can. It gave me all of those things. Right now I know how to do all these things.
It's so cool.
Before I was just like a guy with a notebook. The annoying guy with a notebook in the cafe.
Right.
Stand up gave me all the like those little skills that I'm like, okay, now I can become a creative person and other things.
Whoa.
So that was like that was cool.
That's what you wanted. And you got that.
That's what I wanted, and I got that, and like
unconventional in terms of what stand-ups want generally. I feel like
I mean, if you think about that's I used to think like our stand-ups artists.
Yes.
And they must be, because it is the dumbest business in the whole fucking world. It is so stupid. But it you must do it because you're passionate about it. And I still like. That is, I think, true for all creative things. Like, no matter what, even fucking look, dude. It's fucking Tuesday. It's fucking 10:15, and here I am. I'm doing this.
Right. My children are hungry.
My children are asleep.
They're
vulnerable.
They're calling
right
for your
now.
name.
Exactly.
Papa.
My wife is preparing the divorce documents right now. I got the DocuSign just now in my inbox.
DocuSign. Wow.
I got to do it right now. Actually,
God.
guys, you are both my witnesses to the end of my marriage.
Can't just put it on paper.
But here I am doing it. So
Yeah.
it's like in me. I have to do it, whether or not I'm doing stand up. Stand up is I'll come back to that, and
you just like doing creative stuff, just whatever.
I doing creative stuff, and I think
love it.
Yeah, eventually I should also cut some albums. I have like tons of old material. And I should just like cut it and just.
I don't know why my mind went to music. I was like, you do music too? What the hell?
Oh my God, no. That's one thing.
Plus, I feel like
rap.
we're sort of in a similar position because like.
But you're doing it. You're doing the thing. You both are.
I mean, yeah, but like you and me, we both did the Beacon that one night.
Oh God!
So it's like both of us.
That was cool as fuck.
That was awesome, but also like that is kind of like a peak. Like if I think I said I could quit after that night.
Yeah.
Like that kind of is like a nice clean.
Yeah, this is
spot to quit.
I sometimes try to think. I hear new comics like one day I'm gonna get this or I'm gonna have this kind of credit or whatever.
Yeah.
And the truth of it is, if you don't like doing the stand-up bar show that's on Thursday for 3 people, the other one isn't going to.
Yeah,
you should like that because that's the work.
Right.
This is it.
Right.
You at that open mic at Bunka's Den on Tuesday at 4 p.m. That's the work.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why would you? Why do you think that later on, it's going to be better? Yes, you'll make more money. It'll be more fun for sure.
Right.
Doing the Beacon was fun.
But your motivations are wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you won't. If you want that, fucking go and rent out the Beacon and go do stupid
yourself.
shit. The work that you really want is the shitty stuff.
Right.
Yes.
And the
like
reward
the process
is later.
its own
the
reward.
process is the reward.
Yeah.
Which is why it's a terrible business. It makes no fucking sense. But
it's kind of cool though. I think like the Sisyphean like making that it's sort of like reflective of like how you should treat life in a way. Like
Yeah.
because life is so Sisyphean, right? I'm just like constantly you're on that treadmill.
Sisyphean, yes.
Yeah,
there
there
you
you
go.
go. Yeah, just get up. Yeah, just step
Yeah,
over,
everything's
bro.
so repetitive, mundane.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I sort of like I think stand-up's cool and like what you're saying, like that's what you should like that sort of process, because it does feel like, oh, if I'm like okay with that, I'm okay with like going through my life day to day doing the normal boring shit.
Yeah.
It's sort of like complementary to each other.
Bro,
you know?
it's so refreshing to hear you say that about stand-up and like, I don't know, just like a very honest way of looking at how you might be like taking a step back. Because me and Art were
Yeah.
talking about another comic that we knew that said he was like taking a break or quitting. And then he like posted on Instagram and he was like,
This
every
blunder.
comic that you know who is successful is like a trust fund, Nepo baby, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, maybe there's some truth to that, but don't fucking become class conscious
Yeah.
just because you realize that you're not cut out for this
Right.
anymore. You know what I mean? That was so fucking annoying.
It's always funny seeing like the people who aren't really doing it complain, because they're always the ones complaining
complaining
about
the
it.
most.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's such a. I mean,
Complain
you
about
know, you had your blunder. Was it 2 weeks ago or whatever?
Oh,
the
real
Netflix
fan.
thing.
Let's go. Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
like,
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know.
you
That wasn't a
listened to that.
blunder at all. That was like,
right.
you know, you should be so proud. Like you did. That's
Right.
the work. You know, you did
Yeah.
the thing, and I mean, you know, let's be honest. Like, even if like, okay, let's say those two Netflix producers are there, like. The odds of them going, oh, you should do this festival. Even if they flew out to
Yes.
LA, would anything happen? Even if you got to stand up, would anything happen? Like
It's
you're
hard to say
on,
anything.
you
Yeah.
have more things
Right.
like that you can like hang on your belt, I guess. But you know, ultimately, you know, you did the work that night. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
the dream, and
Yeah.
like,
you're
you know,
doing the thing.
yeah, everybody, you know, how many other people in the world can't even say they do the thing? So
Yeah.
many
Right.
people never done stand up,
Right.
never gone on stage, never written a joke, never
Right.
like bombed a bunch of check spots. This is it, you know. So to get like and like how many people are so fucking funny, don't get whatever Netflix is a joke,
Right.
you know,
Yes.
don't get all those things. Like the best people aren't doing all those things, and
Totally.
like there are many people like, oh gosh, sorry to go off on this, but like
No,
you
no,
know, like
please.
it's the bare minimum is to
Yeah.
be haha funny.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And like those executives, they're kind of sitting there, and there are exceptions. There are definitely people who are very, very funny and you know, deserve all these things. But a lot of times it's like, well, we need fucking a hot girl from Florida.
Yeah, yeah.
We need
Mhm.
like.
You're just filling roles.
You're doing
Check
those
it out.
things, and you're
Yeah.
getting it,
Roll
and like, and who's everybody tweeting about right now?
Right.
You
It's
know,
hot
that's
right now.
literally
Yeah.
like, who's everybody tweeting about? Like, oh,
Who has the most
that's the person we should
followers?
be getting.
Right.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
the person we should be getting. And it's like, yeah, okay, fine.
Right.
So, you know,
Yeah.
you're in there. You're into the shit.
yeah.
No, yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, I think I did come to that conclusion after I cooled off from
Yeah.
a little bit. I think
get
I
it,
was
it's
just
frustrating.
frustrated because
yeah.
For sure.
I
This is frustrating.
felt at the time, in my own perspective, I felt like I was so close to something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
no, I hear
in
that.
reality, now with some distance, I'm like, no. Like the odds of something happening from that were already so low. It's like foolish for me to be
Right.
upset.
Yeah.
you know?
But also you talking about the beacon, you're also saying that like because of that, like that happening, it helped you move past this Netflix thing faster, because you're like, oh yeah, like I've already done these theaters, and like this next thing
Oh.
is just like it's another thing. It's just another thing, you know.
yeah, I guess so.
The
That's what you said. I don't know.
I remember
I don't
saying
know why
that.
you're doubting it.
I don't really agree with that, but yeah. if
That's
I
what
said
you. That's
that,
literally
if
what
I
you
said
said.
it-
That's what you said. I'm repeating what you
I
said.
don't remember saying that.
You're like, no, I remember you're like, you weren't so bummed about the Netflix thing because you're like, yeah, I already done like theaters, so it's like I've already been at the peak, and that nothing came from that really. So like I'm kind of desensitized to these things.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. If
I feel like
said
I'm not
that,
convincing
yeah.
you of the thing you just said like 4 weeks ago.
I mean, if I said that, I'd probably flip flop on that too.
yeah.
the other phrase that or
Sorry, I didn't
no
That's okay. I feel like I'm out here on a limb here. Just alone, not drinking the Heineken. Just
I know,
sipping my
right?
seltzer.
you and I get it. We're drinking the Heineken.
Yeah,
I know.
We're getting red.
We're connecting on another
No,
level.
what
but,
an ancestral level.
the thing
the hell?
that the other thing that you guys mentioned was you know, the thing that whoever said, just be so good you're undeniable.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
First of all, complete bullshit.
Thank
That's completely
you.
bullshit. That's
Oh
completely
my
bullshit.
God, thank you.
That is completely bullshit.
Score one
There are
for Vic.
there are plenty of people who are definitely deniable who are
Yeah.
very successful.
Right.
For sure.
Mhm.
Denied all the time. Are you
Yes.
fucking kidding me?
Wasn't
Yeah.
my point. Wasn't
Yeah.
my point when
no,
I brought
no,
it up.
no,
but
I was thinking about it the
Yeah.
other day, and I was like, there is another double meaning to that, which is be undeniable in that like you are unignorable because
Yes.
you are fucking I don't know. Your TikToks are always going crazy. You're like you're at like you're just like grinding so hard. You're like
Right.
always on the road, or you're
Right.
you're always making content, or you're doing
just
all
everywhere.
those things. You're everywhere.
Yeah.
Like you're almost so annoying.
yeah,
that,
yeah.
Yeah.
people
in
are
your
gonna have to
face.
be like, all right, I'm gonna have to give you a thing.
Right.
Like sort of Maslow order of needs is like respect from fans is number 1. Respect from peers is number 2. Respect from industry is the lowest. And actually, you don't need respect from the industry, especially now.
Yes.
Respect from fans, the first
Right.
thing. Always respect from fans. Second, respect from your peers. And then,
Sure.
things will happen. Maybe slower, maybe, but if there are a lot of people with respect from industry, no respect from fans, no respect from peers.
Sure.
And
Totally.
then those are the people who are so fucking annoying,
Right.
deniable
there.
for sure.
Undeniable,
So,
yeah.
But again, I want to bring up this undeniable thing. I feel like you're misconstruing me, Vic. Once again, you're
When do I ever
misconstruing me
misconstrue you?
all the time. It's killing me. No, but I
Sounded
think
very
it's
Sisyphean.
the undeniable part is when you get a chance. You don't you're ready. You're so ready for it that you are undeniable. You can't be denied. That's the point.
Yeah, you can be
Oh,
denied.
yo,
'cause
no,
they
you can
walk-
definitely be
'cause
denied.
they walk out of the room right before you fucking perform. That's how they
No, you
deny
can
you.
Can't be
definitely
denied if you never
denied.
seen you. I'm just saying.
No, you could definitely even if if they had sat down and watched it, this is what they would have been like, oh, that was a pretty fun set.
Yeah.
But they would have looked at the list and been like, what's
Yes.
Vic's
Yeah,
thing
what can he
again?
fix?
Like, what's
Yeah.
his thing? Who's this guy?
Right.
Whereas those other people, like, if they have like a, if you go out in LA and do shows there, those people like the LA comics, they have like a thing. They have like, oh, this guy was on Beef, and
Right.
he also has like a surf line,
Right.
and he has 250,000 Instagram followers.
Right.
And is his set funny? It's fine,
Yeah.
but we can work with that.
Right.
I can teach that. I
No,
can teach that.
I get that, but it's more so this guy was so funny. We need him.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
that
no, it's a down. No, I don't believe there's no one's
That
that
has
funny.
ever happened. Yeah.
No, I'm just
That's
kidding.
That's
No, there are
No one's
probably
ever
some
funny.
people that funny, but they're so
that's what
rare.
I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
This always happens though. I feel like I try to convince you, and you go, "Yeah, okay," and then a week later, we bring it up again, and I have to re-explain what I'm trying to say.
That's
That's
my
okay,
boy.
it
That's
happens.
my boy Vic.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what happens.
Hard-headed
Right.
Vit.
Oh
But,
yeah,
I
yeah,
love it.
yeah.
I love it.
Just zoning out.
My cousin was in town this last weekend with her boyfriend, and then they reminded me of the story of this one time a couple years ago. I yelled at a woman in a gas station. Did I already tell this story last week?
I think you told us this will be the third time, maybe, that you've told this story.
I yelled
Keep
at
going.
a lady in a gas station.
Okay.
No, she sorry, I had a burp. Heineken
He's
went
drunk.
through me.
He just threw up.
No,
Cut the pod.
I don't know why I brought this up.
No, just tell
I
it.
only brought this up because you mentioned Vietnamese. I was like, oh, my cousin's Vietnamese. And it reminded me of this story. All right. Well,
Is that it?
yeah.
Goddamn.
I don't want to tell a
pretty
story
good blunder.
anymore. Yeah.
You're ditching the story.
I'm ditching
No
the
more gas
story, bro.
station.
The vibes were not
Come
right.
on.
I
You
think
yelled at a
I think I
woman?
told the story last week. All right. That's all I got.
I was so excited to hear another story of you yelling at a woman.
No, she had her
It's a
car.
pattern.
She had her car towed, and she was yelling at the cashier.
Oh, you did not tell this. This is different.
This is new.
Yeah, this is new.
Okay, sorry. She had a car towed. She was yelling at the cashier. I was behind her in line with my cousin's new boyfriend, and we were laughing at our own conversation. And then so this lady turns around and starts yelling at us.
Ooh.
And she's like, "What the fuck are you laughing at? You think that's funny? You think it's funny that my
Ooh.
car got towed?" I was like, "I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at something else." And then she goes, "All right, keep that energy, motherfucker. I'll see you outside."
Oh.
She goes, "Keep that energy. I'll see you outside." And then I
Is this in
snapped.
Houston?
Yeah, it's in San Antonio.
Oh God, I love these stories, Vic.
Yeah.
Oh, this is why I came here, bro.
And then I snapped. She goes, "I'll see you outside." And I said, "Yeah, you will fucking see me outside. You don't have a fucking car. Your car's gone.
Hell yeah.
When was
You
this?
have nowhere to go but to be outside." This was probably like I don't know. That's probably like 6 or 7 years ago.
Man, see, this is
did
the
tell the story.
energy that got me so excited. You know, when you used to have a podcast, you had that story about
with
you going and wanting to beat up that guy at the bar.
I did beat that guy up.
Oh shit! I
Yeah.
love this.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of stories. This
Yeah, you
There was a
a
guy-
lot of stories of this.
There was a
Similar
guy.
stories.
I forgot what he said exact. No, I said something to him, and I thought it was innocuous. And then he,
Right.
in front of everybody, said like, "I'm gonna fuck your mother." And then,
Oh, that's very, very rude. That's
yeah.
very rude.
Well,
and
she
then
hot?
at first, I wasn't that upset, but then like I simmered about it. I was like, you know what? I am upset. And so I was on my way out. He was sitting there. And I just lit him up. And then a couple months later, I was at that bar, and 3 big guys come and like corner me, and they were like, "Hey,
God.
a couple months ago, you hit our friend." And I was like, "Okay, these guys are about to fucking stomp me to death." And then they were like, "We always tell that guy he's gonna
Oh,
get
yeah,
into
yeah,
trouble
yeah. We
if
talked-
he
we
keeps
talked about
acting
this.
that way."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like,
Thank you.
They
And no,
thanked me.
Those
Thank
guys
you.
are my groomsmen.
Yeah.
He was like, they were like, "You did a good thing," and then they bought me
That's
a
really
shot.
funny.
And we all took a shot
Whoa,
together. Yeah,
man, I gotta
Damn.
move back to Texas.
I know.
This is bullshit. Fuck this.
that's crazy, bro.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your anger is fixing people, fixing friend groups.
I'm learning something about myself. I don't think I actually get upset unless I 110% know that it's justified.
Right. You're in the right.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's what every angry person says.
Because
Yeah.
I'm not like an angry person. I yelled at a guy at an open mic like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What happened?
That was a big
He was
blunder.
just being really shitty and douchey to the host. And then
Oh,
he came
that's
back
not
in, and then I was on stage, and I had the mic in my hand, so I felt like God.
Right.
And then so I just like, I don't know.
It's very funny doing this pod sometimes because then you'll come in with this story like, yeah, I almost killed a guy. And I'm like, yeah, something at work happened for me. Something really small. I didn't kill anybody, though.
It's
So,
embarrassing.
that's okay.
That's why I'm
No.
reading this. The Inner Game of Tennis.
I feel you though. I have a lot of
You've
Rage.
already read
Pent
this.
up rage.
I've been a lot of pent up
Yeah.
rage.
Maybe it's a Viet thing.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Do
I
you
don't know.
do you have pent up rage? I feel like you're so chill.
I have a philosophy of being very nice, but like
Yeah.
I want to be
Constantly like punch a wall or something.
Yeah, I mean, well, not
Interesting.
constantly, but like for sure, I want to like just
When's the last time you like blew up?
Oh yeah.
gosh,
When's the last time you got? When's the last time you want to kill somebody?
Yeah.
Oh golly.
oh
gee.
gosh,
Which
oh
time?
wow,
Yeah.
oh gosh, God, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. On the subway, probably
Whoa.
like there was a probably. This was a while ago. This is like
Whoa.
maybe like last year.
Okay.
Somebody,
Huh.
like they were sitting on on a a subway bench and like lots of space
Yeah.
all around them, right? And I came over to sit down, and they like were like, no. They like wouldn't let me sit down,
Oh.
and I was like, what are you talking about? And
Yeah.
then there's this little kid next to me
Oh.
who was like, kind of I don't know, brushed up against her or whatever, and that this woman, she like kicked this little
Get
kid.
outta
Their parents
here.
were there too.
No way.
The parents didn't say anything. I don't know if they saw, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, don't touch that kid."
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
like I just like
shit.
kind of stood over her and like
Yeah.
I think nothing happened, but
Right.
like I was like, "There's maybe something wrong with this lady." I don't know
Yeah,
what's going
yeah,
on,
yeah.
but I was like very upset about it.
Jeez.
But like there's a lot of stuff like that happens in New York.
Right.
So.
Kicked a kid?
You never
I
kicked a
was-
kid?
Yeah,
It's
I
a
mean,
good
I
time.
would, fortunately, things haven't happened to my kid, but I think for
Yeah.
sure, if something happened to if that happened to my kid, forget it. I would,
Right.
Yeah, you'd lose your
I would
mind.
lose
Have
my mind.
you have you had any fun, or maybe not fun, but like subway mishaps with your kids yet?
Oh, like, oh no, he's under the train. No,
Like, yeah, no, yeah.
Oh no,
Maybe not that. But I remember one of my first memories of New York City was I was in the train. I may have told the story already, but I saw a dad with his 2 kids. He was holding one of his sons in his arms, and the other one was just standing next to him, pretty young, probably like 4 and 6, like that sort of like toddler age,
Sure.
they're like young. the kid he was holding was like, Dad, I don't feel too good. And so he like put him down because he'd be more stable maybe. And then he just fully threw up into his dad's hands. And he was just standing there. And the other kid was just yelling, ew, ew, ew. And you could just see in the dad's eyes like, what the fuck?
No, I have,
this
fortunately
fucking sucks.
No, fortunately, haven't had any
Not yet.
projectile vomits in the subway.
That's good.
Lots of like blowouts, which is just like when the poop is so big, it can't take it can't.
In the diaper?
It's too big for the diaper. But
That's
you know
so
that's
funny.
manageable. You
Right,
can just
right,
go
right.
to the bathroom and like hose them down or something.
That's good. I'm glad your kids are chill.
It's
for the
I'm
most
very
part.
lucky. Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
I've also been driving a lot more, so just like driving around.
Yeah.
I
This
saw a
is
subway
bullshit.
mishap, like a vomit
Ugh.
subway mishap, where it was a dad, and then he had his son on his shoulders, and he
Oh,
had
yeah.
a baby on a sling right here. And then the son on his shoulders started throwing up,
Oh.
and then the vomit trickled onto the
Into it.
dad, and then
Right.
waterfalled onto the baby.
Oh
Right.
no!
Some vomit fondue.
Yeah, vomit fondue. Yeah.
Wow.
I was on the
vomit
way to see
fountain.
Godzilla -1. and I watched that.
Such
I
a
was
good
like, this
movie,
movie's
too,
not
by the
gonna
way.
top
Yeah,
that, brother.
That's so
Like,
funny.
and then you're like, oh, you know what? I don't need to see this movie.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love practical effects.
Yeah,
The real world.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Do you guys have blunders? Also, how long are we supposed to go?
We're
I
an
don't
hour and
mind.
10. We can start wrapping up.
Okay.
I was literally like trying to think of. I'm so tired that my brain's kind of zonked. I can't.
Well,
think
your
of a
blunder
single-
was you.
Yeah, I bombed a show like 2
horribly.
years ago, and I still think about it every day of my
Yeah.
life. That was my blunder. The Union Hall show. Oh, they're in the fucking sink. We'll get. All right, it's my cats.
Okay.
Yeah,
they're
just
on
turn on the
stove.
garbage disposal.
Yeah,
take
I'll
care of
kill.
them.
I'll kill my cats. I'm glad we got to talk about it in person. The whole
Of
Union
course.
Hall
Yeah.
ordeal.
I'm
I
glad
feel
you're
bad.
still doing comedy.
You know, Fawn, your producer, we're still like following each other on Instagram. I'm like,
There you go.
I could have sworn she hated
Fawn's
me
the
after
best.
No, I
that.
found
She seems really nice.
Sounds
She's
great.
awesome.
Sounds great.
I wanted to apologize to her, but I was like, I don't know her.
I don't think you
Kinda
bombed
weird.
that bad to where you have to
don't
apologize.
have to
No, I was
apologize.
apologizing to everybody. Not
there's
to me,
always,
though. I
there's
didn't
always
apologize to
something
him.
like not always, but like I'll tell you who after, but like somebody once did my show, and then like someone from Union Hall was like, you can't book that person anymore.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Because they bombed so hard? Because they said like
They
fucked
said
up shit.
something, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But I don't know. I was like, this is kind of like this guy's thing. So
Right.
and clearly, it's like it was such a ridiculous
Yeah.
joke that it was like, there's no way you could possibly take this as being like a serious
Right.
thing that he actually did.
Right.
But anyway,
Wow.
that's fine.
Well, yeah, it's interesting that Union Hall doesn't draw the line at banging your mom. I guess incest is cool at Union
yeah,
Hall
they're
now.
totally cool with that.
That's cool. Anyway, do you have anything else you want to say, Vic? To our
No, man. I'm just
esteemed guest.
excited that we got Mike on the
Esteemed?
pod, man.
You're
This
esteemed,
was,
dude.
I'm just wearing
Probably
glad
a
one
to
of
have
our
you.
most wanted guests.
You've
since the
done
beginning
both
of
my
the
pods.
pod.
I'm
Just
so
so-
glad. Oh yeah.
We talked about fashion last time.
Oh,
That was a great
man,
pod. That
I
was a great
love-
app.
I love
People
doing it.
still rep. I mean, not anymore, but like a few like when that came out, people were like, "I learned so much about male fashion." I'm like, "Yeah, that
I
guy's
could talk
great.
about it. I kind of want to start. Like, see, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
You know, if I didn't have my damn kids, no, I would. I have.
Put 'em on the
I
pod.
still have, even though I'm like, you know, at the age I'm at, I'm like,
Right.
I have a lot of ideas still, like things I would
right.
do if I had more time, and
Yeah.
not even money. I don't. The things I think I could do, it wouldn't cost that much money. It's just
Right.
like, you know, time is the most.
Times
Dude,
are
I thought of a
huge.
good name for like a fashion pod if you wanted
Oh,
to do it.
hit me.
About like fashion faux pod.
Oh, that's
I was
fun.
gonna text you the other day, but I was like, I'll just tell him in person.
Pho, PHO.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. yeah.
That's really
Ah,
that's
a little
really
too much.
good.
yeah.
I like that a lot. I came up to a similar thing as a concept where I was going to make a bunch of clips that looked like it was from a podcast, but the podcast doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You
That's-
might as well. I mean, this is just clip farming to be
Right.
honest.
Oh, is it? Okay.
No, that's
fair
that's
enough.
real. People like ads do that now.
Oh, really?
They make fake fake podcasts to like,
Yeah.
sell a thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think
Oh.
I could really sell it because I could really make it
right.
look
You have
real.
all the gear already.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
all the stuff. I would
Right.
like. I have the cadence.
You're a
Yeah,
known
yeah.
podcaster.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think it would be cool.
Cool.
Too. Anyways, but yeah, no.
Anyways,
thanks for having me. I'm
Thanks for doing
It was
this.
a pleasure. I would love to do it again. Let's do this every week. You know,
Okay,
I'm on the
let's
show
do it.
now.
We need a third host. we are running out of things to talk about. You
Our
and me.
next episode's gonna be in Mike's car.
Yeah,
Dude, I would
love the
definitely
idea of
do
a
it
car
in
pod.
my car, dude. We can definitely do that. Man.
Plug. What do you want to plug, Mike?
Oh God,
Where can we find you? What's
Of
up?
course,
What's
you can
going on?
find my podcast Asian on Asian. That's with
Nice.
Jenny Aramoto. That's on all the platforms. I'm on YouTube. You know, you can do all the things. You can find me on Instagram. I do like comedy, menswear, class consciousness content. And
Whoa.
you know, so It's all
Whoa.
tied together, baby. It's all tied
Yeah.
together. So yeah, come check me out there. If it's a little something different. And I might have my show Hack City Comedies the second Friday of every month at
Hell
Union
yeah.
Hall.
The Mic universe. It runs deep.
Yeah,
There's lots to consume,
yeah.
which is great. Cool. Well, thanks guys for listening. Catch you next week, hopefully. Get another episode going. Goodbye.
Bye.
Nice.